Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Coffee with Katie. I have my Christmas cactus mug. It's very cute. Because it's Christmas! Well, it's December, which is basically Christmas. Once Thanksgiving ends, it's Christmas. So today's video is going to be the end of the year book tag. I am getting to this very late because it is December now, but we're gonna go ahead and do it anyway. And I'm sure you've seen this around. I've done this before. People generally do this every year as we're wrapping up our reading years and kind of seeing what it looks like. So with all of that being said, let's just get into the first question, which is, any books you started this year that you need to finish? Yes, I started Swordcatcher by Cassandra Clare, and I was enjoying it, but it was just kind of one of those situations where I didn't have enough time to finish it in the allotted month, November, before my December TBR started, and then I needed to get to other books, so I didn't have time to finish it, but I did enjoy it, and I do want to finish it. I don't know if it'll be this year, probably not, because I have a lot of other books I'm trying to finish in December, but it is one that I started and I want to read. There wasn't a reason I DNF'd it. I just ran out of time, so I would like to get to that one. There's other books that I've DNF'd on purpose, though, and I don't plan on finishing them, so I feel like this isn't the place for that. The second question I'm not the biggest fan of, but it is, do you have an autumnal book to transition to the end of the year? And it's December now. It's basically winter in my eyes. So do I have a book? I would say that Two Twisted Crowns kind of has like creepy elements that could be autumnal, but I'm doing this a little bit more late, so it's more winter to me, and that book is kind of more wintry. It talks about snow and it being cold, but it's a very like eerie type of a situation. So maybe that one. I would say if it's one that I haven't read, it would be An Enchantment of Ravens. That, the cover, everything about that book gives me like autumn vibes, fall vibes. So that one probably for sure, but I haven't read it and I'm not reading it this year. So there's that. Cause it's like I think she paints and she gets kidnapped by Fae because she paints like an emotion, which is illegal to them because they don't have them. It's a whole thing. The next question is there a new release you're still waiting for? I would have said Gentleman's Gambit, but I got that at the beginning of December. The only other one that I can think of that I'm still waiting for this year is Ruthless Vows by Rebecca Ross. All right, well, Legend has to have his weekly interruption. I apologize, but it is what it is. Kind of, he just pawed at me for like 5 minutes, so he's spoiled brat. Anyway, Ruthless Vows by Rebecca Ross. I think we're all kind of anticipating that. We're all dying to know what happens after the end of Divine Rivals. If you liked the book, we're all dying. And that comes out December 26th, so it's going to be friggin' the end of the month. And I hope, I'm off that day, but I hope that I can read it ASAP before the end of the year, because I'm going to want to devour that sucker. So, definitely Ruthless Vows. We're all waiting for that one. We all want to know what happens. I hope the ending doesn't hurt. And the next one is, what are 3 books you want to read before the end of the year? Gentleman's Gambit for one, because I just love A.B. Dunmore's works so much. And I have started it and I'm really enjoying it. I just haven't had a lot of time to sit and physically read. I'm hoping I can read a little bit of it tonight. But yeah, that one for sure, or a little bit over the holiday break. And then Hunger of the Gods by John Gwynne. I have started it. I started listening to it, but it's a pretty long book. It's pretty chunky. So it's just going to take some time to get through it, and I'm hoping that I can finish it by the end of the year. It's also in my 23 for 2023 challenge, and it's like the last book that I need to read. So I really want to finish it. I'm hoping to get to it, and I'm hoping to finish it, but it just takes some time because it's a big guy. And then, of course, Ruthless Vows by Rebecca Ross, like I already mentioned, but it doesn't come out until December 26th, so I would like to finish it by the end of the year. We'll see if I actually do. The next question is there a book that could still shock you and become your favorite of the year? I really doubt it. I haven't read Gentleman's Gambit or Ruthless Vows, so in theory, maybe one of those could surprise me, but I highly doubt anything is going to be better for me than Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros, Iron Flame, A Curse for True Love. Like, there's a lot of really good books that I read this year, and Fourth Wing kind of just like had me in a chokehold as well. So I don't think anything is going to top that. Maybe these could, we can see how I feel, but I don't think anything will. I'm gonna love them, I think, but I don't think it'll become like the year's book, you know? And then last, have you already started making reading plans for next year? Of course. a little sneak peek, I'm kind of planning on trying to read down my own library more. I feel like I try to do that a little bit, but I get to more backlist stuff or more, I'll like mood read, get backlist stuff, do random books that I find, and then new releases that are coming out. So I think next year I'm gonna want to try to focus on new releases and my own library and try to like really read down those two things. Those are difficult because there's so many new releases and anticipated releases and things that are coming out all the time. But I would like to get to that. I have a lot of indie books, like indie fantasy romance books and just indie books in general. I have a lot of them that I've been really, really interested in, but I haven't really touched them. So I would like to try to target some of those other ones that I've been in my library for a while that I haven't read. I would like to try to start that. It felt like my read to not read ratio was pretty good at the beginning of the year, but I feel like it's tipping now and it's not great. So I would like to just try to do that, and then whatever other reading challenges we can throw in there. I don't know if I'll do the like 24 books to read in 2024 because that's a lot. And I'm realizing, like, as I'm doing 23 books in 2023, how many books that actually was in my percentage of books that I read in a year. And I liked it, and I think it helped me get through books that I was putting off and I really liked. So it's not like I don't want to challenge myself at all, but I do want to focus on books that I own and getting rid of books that like aren't appealing to me, or trying them out and then DNFing them. If I'm DNFing them, getting rid of them. Like, I really want to focus on my own library because I don't have space. I have none, and I really need to figure that out. So reading my own library would be the best. And of course, new releases, because how can you resist? I cannot. I like reviewing books. I like reading new things. I like all those types of bookish things that we love. So I would say those are my biggest reading plans, but we will also see what comes about. And I do think I want to do 1 month where I use that like TBR spinner to pick my books. I think that would be kind of fun, but I can tie in my own library to that. Well, those are all of the questions in the end of the year book tag. I would love to know what your answers to all of these questions are, because there's not that many, and it's a fun little tag to just kind of think about what you've read this year and then what you're planning on reading as the year is coming to a close, or next year. So I would love to hear your answers to these if you would like to leave them in the comments. Well, that is it for today's video. Please like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you want to, and I will see you next time. Stay safe and caffeinated. Bye.